I wake up in the morning, I put one foot on the floor and another foot in the bitch ass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
All right.
That is one of my favorite quotes ever in life. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the first episode of the Ant Money podcast for 2025. I missed y'all. Took a little holiday break, but we are back. Hope everybody enjoyed the holiday season. I first want to start off by sending a rest in peace shout out to my cousin Dwight, one of my favorite people in the world. Keep my family in prayer. Just wanted to say that, but also I missed y'all. Y'all know that it's the unofficial start of the weekend. Hope everybody got dope plans for this weekend. We got a little snowed out. Oh, I like the little. Oh, that was all right. I was about to say spotlight, but hope everybody enjoyed their holiday season. Hope y'all enjoyed your New Year. I am not a New Year, new me person, but I do take New Year's as a time to evaluate myself, figure out the things I need to improve upon, and go from there. But if you are here, you are viewing this on the most dangerous podcast network on the planet, the Big Exclusive Network. If you got a podcast idea that you would like curated, or your podcast needs a home, you want to dual project your podcast, come on over to the winning team. We got room over here for you. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the network. What up? Happy 2025, King shit. My guy Stokes checking in. Just like my guy Stokes, if you are viewing right now, make sure you drop a comment so I can make sure I shout you out. But also make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you like to be a co-host, it's all remote, so I could drop you the link and you could be my co-host for the week. Make sure you inbox me. Ladies, slide that little nudie and you can shoot to the front. Aha, JK, unless you want to do it. But before we go any further, let's have a message from our sponsors. Okay, got a dope show lined up for y'all today. If you are tuned in, the Lounge Talk is going to be one that you do not want to miss. Oh shit, StreamYard got some improvements. I like the way that my name is lit up right there. But producer, if my co-host is here, could you drop him in, please? What up, Ron?
Yo, what's up, good brother? How you feeling?
I kind of have the urge to say your new slogan, but I'll wait till later.
You missing the K? You missing the G out your name too?
I'm Kane Ain't Money. What you mean?
K and A Ant Money.
Whoa! Oh, slow down, player. How's your New Year been so far? All right, fuck your New Year then. Producer, let's jump into that. If it bleeds, it leaves. Ask a nigga a question. You like, fuck your New Year then. But no, producer, let's jump into that first topic, please.
It happened overnight near Canal and Bourbon Street. You can see the scene right there. A lot of police activity overnight. We've been seeing ambulances, you see on your screen right there. Truly a frightening scene, as you can imagine, a number of New Year's revelers out and about on this New Year's Day, early morning, and then waking up to this news. The latest that we have from the New Orleans Ready, their emergency alert system, is that their 8th district.
Fair warning, the first topic is kind of serious. Then we're going to jump into the funnies as we progress. But prayers to the people that lost their life at the New Orleans New Year celebration. Last I checked, there was like 15 that are deceased, and I believe another 30 or so that were injured. I just want to say, people, make sure you check on your folks, because also there was a situation with Cybertruck that was exploded in front of the Trump Towers in Vegas, I believe. And two things that these individuals had in common is they were both combat vets. Check on your folks because people be going through stuff. If you notice it, make sure you check in on them. Make sure they get the help they get as much as you could do to your ability. And also, people, if you are going through something, don't take somebody's life or injure somebody else. Go get the help that you need because it's unnecessary. People out enjoying themselves, and then you have tragedy strike. Did you want to say anything to that, Ryan?
I mean, there's a lot of sad stuff going on overall, like that stuff that's going on in California.
Yeah, prayers to the
It,
people out in LA.
yes, it's a lot. It'd be like the ninth day in the year, and I swear I don't seen at least people that's like I know at least 9 people that I like firsthand know that either whether it's in my family or people that I just know that's either had a funeral or is about to have a funeral. And we
Yeah, I
just
got
9 days into the
a
year. Yeah, it's outrageous.
All right, but is Uncle Trump okay? Yeah, him and Obama was keying it up at the funeral earlier.
Yeah.
But producer, my next topic, please.
Address this to y'all, but I left away from around him. I want to make that clear. He never sent me back home. He'd be texting my phone talking about some, whenever you want to come back and act like a child. Bro, why would you you kept me off the internet, bro. Then you try to switch my image up. You came and got me for who I am. And then you're going to try to change me for who I am. I'm who I am. That's how the internet know me. And any people who looking at me as a bad kid, I'm not. I'm an actually great person. You got to get to know me, And I hate that people actually think like the stuff that he doing. He did things for me. But I ain't get mad because he didn't buy me no designer clothes. He didn't even buy me no designer clothes like that. I had to actually like beg him type shit. Bro, only time he bought me like designer clothes, like, hey, whenever you gonna get some for my video shoot, whenever we going to a show. Like, he didn't care how I dressed it when I went to shows, like stuff like that, man. And man, I'm just trying to address this to y'all, man. He's a conniving person, and it's paperwork that he tried to say he gave my grandma $10,000 and bought me a $40,000 watch and a $100,000 chain. He was smoking with me, giving me drugs, man. He tote guns around him. They don't supposed to have guns around him. Sugar, she be having guns. You don't send your kids.
Some of y'all might not be familiar with him, but FNG, I think it was King. He was a youngster that was known to run around with finesse 2 times, and I always found it weird. He would have him in the club and sections with bottles. He would have him like record him shooting dice. He would smoke weed. And apparently this youngster started hanging around with Moneybagg Yo, which I also think is insane. Like Ryan, I think every neighborhood got one, but did you have like a young boy that was in your neighborhood that was like your age, or even somebody you noticed growing up or as an adult, that was just that badass young boy into adult shit, and he had old heads that was like helping him with the dumb shit, endorsing the dumb shit?
No, all my old heads, they even like street dudes, they would if they saw us even going that route, they would fuck us up. Like they would set us straight. We never really like where I grew up, we didn't have that problem. Like it was if they saw you like veering off, they would do it. That life was.
You cutting in and out a little bit, Ryan. But let me just read the comment. Can you bring that comment back up, producer? By the way he talked, you can tell he around a lot of adults, so he act more older than his age. But where the fuck are his real? Where the fuck are his real parents? Now these young boys are wild, and there are some youngsters running around without Nigerian Wi-Fi. It is some young boys running around with no adult supervision, but we got to do better as people, because there's no reason that this young boy was around that much stuff. If I'd have seen this young boy in the club, security, can you get him out of here? Because I can't enjoy myself with an 11-year-old over there in the section. That's wild as shit. Ryan, can you fix your Nigerian Wi-Fi? What the fuck, good brother? But yeah, I thought that was a wild situation. I never liked the situation when I first saw him out and about, and I find Finesse 2 Times to be a weird individual, but that's neither here nor there. Producer, could you bring my next topic up, please? All right, we got Ryan Beck. Ryan, your background look like you got like some special effects on your camera. Ooh, woman exposes. Hold on, let me make the sound effect again. Oh, woman exposes Meg Thee Stallion's boo, Tory Craig, for allegedly being her trick. Latest messages appear to be from December 2024. Tory seemingly responds, calling it a clout move. Okay, you can take that down. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this situation, apparently the young man, Tory Craig, I believe he's an NFL player. He started dealing with Meg Thee Stallion, and this one shorty exposed messages from from December showing that he was sending her cash. First of all, the cash apps were, she blurred them out so it wouldn't show how much she had, but she was getting like $20 cash apps for food and shit. And I'm like, damn, you couldn't afford food. You can take that damn, producer. But also check out my bro Jay King show, Brotherly Love, Sisterly Advice. The sisterly advice be kind of, but no, he had an episode where a young man had went on one of Lil Baby's posts where he posted this shorty and was like, oh, that's my ex. Yo, why the fuck do people do that? That's weird as shit. Like, why do you feel the need to expose? I mean, when he was sending you them cash apps in December, I mean, he could have been single at that point, and then, I mean, it's not even saying that Meg Thee Stallion is her dude. I mean, his shorty game. I mean, it could have been a date. They just took a flick. But why? I don't know, Ronnie, in your opinion, what do you think make people do that?
I think people like it's clout chasing. Depending, well, if it's for a celebrity, like Turk, he's not really a celebrity, but he's a basketball player. So he's I guess he fits like high profile. So it would be more like to get attention. Like if she's the chick that got Meg Thee Stallion, that's gonna be the headline. Boyfriend sending her money, even though we all know that's not. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the headline. She can use that to garner some attention, some likes, whatever, something on her social media accounts and all that. But when regular people do it, I think it's just bitterness. I think it's just mad. Like when chicks do that, like a chick I used to mess with, and she seen with a new John, and she like writes something weird on the picture. You just missed the dick. That's all it is. Acting crazy.
One comment said, is Meg single or not? Meg's a devil in a blue dress. Look, if you don't want nobody to know, don't do it. I mean, if I send you this bread with your begging ass, I mean,
they do be begging.
I mean, some people trick. I mean, there's one of my good homies, I won't expose his name. What up, Philly Jazz? One of my good homies always say, charge it to the game. Some people like to trick. I don't think that should be for the world, though. It was between me and you, shorty.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some people be begging. Some dudes just be flat out tricking. Ronnie, you're a trick. Do you be tricking on hoes?
Never. First of all, am I a trick? How dare you? Allegedly. We both take the lie detector. I know who not passing.
I've always been selfish, and I'm like Scrooge McDuck about my money. I'm not tricking. I remember this one shooter. I'm like, damn, you ain't never give me a shot when I was a youngster. She was like, you can get a shot now. Buy me a pair of Yeezys, you can get the box for some Yeezys. First of all, no. Second of all, fuck no. I'm not doing this. That's wild as shit. But on another note, producer, how dare you? But what up, Jay? Producer, on a completely opposite note, can you play my next clip, please?
All right, Jada. Yo, there you go. She's gonna hold the ball. Let's hear it, make some beds. Don't be nervous. You gotta make some noise so she's not nervous. She looks a little scared. Here they come. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh baby. Let's hear it one more time. Okay, birthday girl. We really need you again. So this time we gonna blindfold you. We gonna make it a little beautiful.
Now, Ryan, do you have like do you plan on doing something extravagant in the event that you propose to somebody?
I don't know. Probably not. I'm not jumping over nobody and slam. Like what? What's more? I mean, that's
So
decent.
just
That's
have
decent.
balls flying over your head before you get proposed to.
Uh,
I asked my pop how he proposed to my mom, and he started an argument. It was like, I just wanted to marry you. I was like, oh, that's not romantic.
just
What?
wanted to marry you.
I think the best, I used to work at Zell's. This one dude said, this, I think this was probably one of the best proposal stories. I had actually helped this guy buy the ring. And, well, not buy it. I helped him pick out the ring. And he came in like, I could tell he was like a couple drinks in, and he was like, I want to do this. I just need you to, this is my price range. Can you show me something? Showed him a ring in his price range. He was like, all right, I'm going to get it. So his girl came in to get it sized. And she said that her sister had took it to this like miniature golf course. So her sister was like, hey, take a picture with the dude over there in the alligator costume. So she went over and she was like, dude gave her like a hug. And then she was like, he started like feeling on her arm like a little bit. She like, oh, that's a little weird. Then she said the alligator grabbed her butt. So she said she took her purse off and she went to smack the alligator. And when she turned around, Bo was on one knee. I was like, oh, that was sweet. But honestly, I only played that as a PSA. Fellas, if you are going to get engaged, make sure you do not do it on a holiday. Don't do it on New Year's. Don't do it on her birthday, because in an event that does not work legally, she's allowed to keep that ring, because that is known as a gift. That is not the engagement or agreement that you are looking for it to be. Don't do it, fellas. Be smart. Do it the day after New Year's, the day after her birthday. Don't do that corny on Christmas shit. So, Ryan, that was a PSA for you.
Yeah, PSA for me. I'm leaving with something.
Oh, I'm from around the way. Listen, my proposal, take it or leave it, bitch.
Listen.
Put Producer my next clip, please.
I might swerve in that corner, whoa, whoa. Bitch, hold on tight, cause I tweaking this bitch, start letting shit go. And I heard that she wanna show, whoa, me who she be, I'm kinda fucking with it, show me some more. Bitch, we tatted head to toe, could give a fuck the story wrote. You wanna tweak it up with me, and I'ma show you how that go. Like the money in my pockets blow, whoa.
Brian, are you familiar with this song, Tweaker?
You know I'm not.
I knew you wasn't. So this song is by LaAngelo Ball, and it's been killing the internet for like, I'm gonna say a solid 2 weeks. Not gonna lie to you, I've listened to this song like every day. The song slept, but it sounded like some. At first, I thought it was just a meme, because I seen the memes before I actually heard the song. So I'm like, yo, let me look this joint up. Yo. It's an actual song, and the song is alright, but it would have been alright in like 2005.
Right,
and
yeah.
Like it got a. This the song they keep talking about. This is my first time hearing. No, this the song they talking about. The song is more of a joke to me. Why is it popular? I think it's funny, and just the shit that he be saying on the song, it's just hilarious, because it's like, damn, that's a bottle. Oh, I thought you pulled out a bottle of Patron when it came. I said, damn.
It's water and lemons, brother. Water and lemons.
Stay healthy. Drink water. You won't be thirsty, ladies and gentlemen. But very Pensacola days. Pensacola is each referencing when we were in our job training school for the Army back in 2012. The song sounds like everything from like the early 2000s. I think this
some Cash Money shit.
It does sound
like Manny Fresh was on the beat.
It sounded like Cash Money. It sounded like old Atlanta sound. I had no rhyme or reason for really playing that video. I just think the song is addictive and hilarious as shit. But producer, my next clip, please.
Wait, so you telling me this whole time Fox Sports has been a little freak-off network? And out of all that, Joy Taylor is the reason why Shannon Sharpe got fired, and we never knew what the exact reason was. And I don't like it. But the way it all happened, like some crazy domino effect. Listen, hear me out. This is crazy. The whole Fox News is getting sued, and here it goes. Skip Bayless, seen here, wanted to sleep with this young lady, Faraji, right here, and offered her $1.5 million. And she was the one basically setting it up. But not only was Skip trying to be a perv, but the head of content, this handsome gentleman right here, Charlie Dixon, was also trying to smash. Now the hairstylist Faraji wouldn't let none of them smash. See here. So Charlie right here told Skip that Shannon smashed. That pissed Skip off, and he started cussing Shannon out live on air in front of all of us. We all thought it was about Tom Brady, but it was about another Tom, a Tomcat. But the crazy part is Faraji, the hairstylist, found out that Joy got her whole job because she was smashing old Charlie over here. Smashing him so much.
Oh shit, Ron disappeared. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a story that came out about Fox Sports 1, where apparently they've been up there tricking. They've been offering money for the yams. Yeah, you know, I could have played that Meg Thee Stallion clip, picture right before I posted this, because it's the same sort of situation. But apparently up at Fox Sports Net, they've been he could have got something better for $1.5 million. Yo, the fact that they, oh shit, damn player. The fact that they out here tricking like that, like $1.5 million for a shorty that just do here at the network, is insane to me. Also, what I want to ask the audience, because I wanted Ryan to comment to this, but ladies and gentlemen, do you think it's a crime for somebody to essentially fuck their way to the top? Because that's basically what she did. I personally don't think is an issue. If you using what you got to get what you want, I mean, the executives are the suckers for letting that go down. What up, El Presidente? I don't know. I personally don't see that as a. All right, Ryan. Now that you back, I wanted to know, Ryan, do you think that a woman having sex to get to the top is a crime? Or, and I won't say a crime. Do you think it's unethical?
Absolutely. It'd be like either way. Well, like that. She can't get the job. Like she can't get the position based, no pun intended, on her own like merit and like talents and ability to actually do the job. You know what I'm saying? I think that's crazy. And that's as we see, there would be a lawsuit. I don't care where you at. A lawsuit would be pending at some point, 5, 10 years down the line. Like she's going to turn around and sue, or there's going to be a lawsuit of some sorts, because that's kind of like I don't know the word I'm looking for. It's kind of like oh shit, damn, I'm drawing a blank. But
they call it
like,
quid pro quo. And any ethics training that you'll do for a job, they'll tell you that is unethical. Producer, bring that comment back up, please. It makes the playing field hard for women who aren't willing to sleep their way to the top, who may be better employees than she is. I mean, yeah. I honestly, I don't know. I've always never really paid it any mind, because I feel like if you willing to put yourself out there like that, also you gain a reputation of people knowing that you do that, and you will have to continue to do that. But also for that executive, like, dog, you can't get games no other way than telling Shorty you gotta, like, casting couch, well, you gotta sleep with me. Dog, that's way worse than tricking. But I don't know. I've actually personally never seen an issue with it.
boy. The thoughts and expressions of Aunt Money the Great in no way reflect a safe space for men. Ron Hairston or Phil Brooks.
Yo, I think we need to make a morally bankrupt, for sure. I take most executives that have no morals anyway. And I mean, Otis Trick in the book literally, yes, is actually very corrupt. But I mean correct, but I don't know. I just never What'd you say?
And specifically, what's going on with Fox? Because I got very little information. I know Skip is gone. Like I know a lot of stuff. Like now they basically saying like reason everybody was leaving was because of this. Like it was a lot of like sexual harassment and stuff going on, or is there something
I
else?
think I think I wanted to shoot this out here while it's still fresh, and then
Oh.
we'll come revisit it as more. Pause.
Whoa. Whoa.
That was what. That
Whoa.
was wild. But I think that more information will come from this. But I mean, Shorty is still going to work every day with a pending lawsuit on all these execs in the company.
And so the girl she's suing them.
She's suing them.
Oh yeah, see, yeah. She knows she's doing. She about to retire.
Yeah. That was wild.
That was disgusting.
Wow.
Like Shannon should have kicked you for that. Like that was wild.
But more to come, pause with this particular story.
I'm out.
Oh man, she's suing F1 because she's going to work every day like it's regular. Yo, she definitely going to work every day like it's regular.
Yeah.
And expose all the other tricking. Yo, she definitely. Apparently, she was putting people on to who the tricks are.
Yo.
Yeah.
So they was fucking to get jobs, like to get like shows and shit like that.
She was, but the crazy part was she was telling the hairstylist like, "Yo, you should fuck such and such. You should fuck such and such," and the hairstylist was like, "Or not."
Right? Yeah. Or not.
I'm not doing that. So
Right.
I imagine that conversation with, "Ain't about to get sued. I don't feel comfortable here." I feel like the shorty was like, "Yo, you should do this. You should do that," and she's like, "Nah, I'd rather not. I'd rather get it the proper way." And shorty was like, "Girl, you missing out." Or no, I'm good.
They said she was getting cooked by the boy Manuel Acho, all of them. Like
I feel like it's like that scene from Players Club where Ronnie was like, "You gotta use what you got to get what you want," and this other shorty like Diamond sitting there confused, like, I don't do that. But you know, I'm about to make like another banner for the sports section of the If It Bleeds It Leads, because every week we're gonna be talking about sports. But producer, drop my next video, please. Oh, actually, it's not a video. Bring up my next post. Coach Sirianni will rest starters against the Giants. Saquon will not be pursuing the Russian record. Now, Ryan, you as a nut-ass Eagles fan, how do you feel about this? You can take it down.
What time do the Patriots play this weekend?
We got a little pickup game going.
I thought so. I understood why they did it. I feel like they was being paranoid and they panicked from last year where AJ Brown got injured in the last game of the season, which was meaningless. But I feel like this is a different situation. Like it's history. It's like something that you can break history. It's very much like when the Patriots, they had everything wrapped up. They were 16-0. They didn't win the last game, but they played their starters to get Brady the touchdown record and to get Moss the receiving touchdown record and to go 17-0. Even though they didn't win the Super Bowl that year, they still like they set records. And I think
I like the way you film a way to throw some shade over top of the compliment.
It wasn't shade.
All right.
It's going to get into my point. I felt like what's going to happen is there's no guarantee they're going to win the Super Bowl. So if they don't, then everybody's going to look back and be like, "Oh, you should just let them break the record anyway." Like I think like I'm not going to be respected
because it took him 17 games. I mean, I feel like
why is Eric Dickerson is respected? OJ did it in 14 games. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I feel
like Saquon had less
rushing. The game has changed. It was more of a rushing league when that record was made. Actually, they interviewed Eric Dickerson about it, and he was like, "I mean, I don't want my record to be broken." And I was glad that he was very honest about that.
That's the only thing he got going for him.
AP, he said when AP came 8 yards short of breaking the record, he was like, "Yo, how would you feel if somebody broke your single game record?" And he was like, "Yeah." But you know what? I will say that Saquon is definitely a class act. I saw a clip from the last game he played in a regular season, and he was like, "Yo, I know I could sit you for the rest of the game because we already up by so much, or I could let you like go back on the field and try to keep going and get the record. And Saquon was like, nah, let the young bulls eat. I'm good. I got my yards. Let them play. And I respected it. And even the way he handled the situation, he was like, the coach actually came to him and was like, I mean, how you feel about it? This is what I'm thinking, but how do you feel about it? Right. And he was like, I mean, I get it. And, you know, it's a double-edged sword, Pulse, because I feel that, yeah, you want him to break the record, but also if you watch that Ravens game, the Ravens just lost their star wide receiver right before the playoffs, playing them before the last game of the season, which they needed the game, but not exactly. But to lose your starter going into the playoffs is insane. Also, pray for my Patriots. We will have I think they said number 3 pick now. We fired our coach last game of the season, which I thought was bullshit. Y'all knew coming in that he was it was his first year coaching. Yeah. He went from linebacker coach to head coach. It's a learning curve there. He didn't have much to work with, but we got variable, right? How you say it? Variable?
Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, we got him, former Patriot linebacker. He coached Tennessee for a little bit.
Yo, today.
Yo. I hate when y'all start throwing Patriot smut in the chat, in the comments.
He definitely did.
Not worrying about the NFL. First of all, that massage thing was a setup because it happened in Miami.
What was he doing there?
Huh?
What was he doing there?
He was there for the game that they was playing that Sunday.
He was in the shop though.
I mean, he was there for a massage. Shorty was like, "You want a little happy ending?" My man said, "Yeah." My man is 80 years old. He ain't gonna, get that thing, Shorty. That's how I imagine he said it. Or she offered it, he was like, "Yeah, do the leg up." Ron, don't act like when they ask you, "Do you want the happy ending?" you don't go for it.
I don't.
I hate when people be lying.
I only get massages on vacation. They normally like couple massages. So the happy ending is coming, but it's not coming from the person that's giving the massage.
With that being said, y'all know how I like to end the leaves every week. Producer, get into my funny video of the week.
I'm in here helping my mama clean her room. And tell me why my father got some many wheat drawers and some cornflake drawers. I thought he was that nigga. Timo the goofy looking ass. Let's not forget the Pop-Tarts. Who would have bought this? I know your mother bought this shit off Temu.
The way that young boy cooked his pop. Yo, these kids is bad as shit. Hold on, let me turn my speaker. These kids is bad. These kids is bad as shit. I mean, I never seen young boys like this in my life. I've cooked my pop before, but that's they in-house. These kids is a different breed.
Diabolical.
Yeah, and also a new generation of kids have started. We are now in Generation Beta, I believe it's called, which is wild.
Fuck them. Fuck all them unborn kids.
Okay. With that being said, producer, let's jump into that lounge talk. So, I sat around today and I watched about 2 minutes of Jimmy Carter's funeral just to say I watched it. I appreciate the day off. If you work for the federal government, you know that when a president passes on, that's a federal holiday. Shout out to that. It's probably, well, I don't know. Bill Clinton looked like he ain't in good shape, so I might have another holiday coming soon. But they were sitting here talking about his accomplishments. He was a pilot for the Navy in like a program that was just starting that was super top secret, and he was very declarated before he became president. So it made me think, like, if you were to pass today or tomorrow, do you think that the accomplishments they were listing your obituary, are you satisfied with where you are now? Like, if it happened, you like, damn, I did good, or you like, I need to add a couple more to my obituary.
Damn, that's a hell of a question, sir.
Yeah, they
I mean,
skipped that joint when I asked on Facebook.
yeah, my God, like that's not what I want to be thinking about at 38. But yeah, no, I ain't done yet. I got so much more work to do. So much more work to do. I mean, I'm proud of a lot of stuff that I have done, but I got so much more work to do. So many things I want to accomplish and just do. Yeah, so I'm nowhere near where I'm nowhere near done yet.
Britt said, but it no, not Britt. It said, would it matter you did? I look at people obituary and I go to their accomplishments personally. I want to see what you did with your life. Yeah, be sad when you look at some people and they don't be shit. They
They be
was
making shit
born,
up.
they graduated high school, and they'll be dearly missed, and then they list their kids. Now, I asked a question really similar without the obituary part before, and people were like, yeah, I'm proud of my kids. It's not an accomplishment. Almost anybody can have kids.
Fucking
And
kids.
personally, I got 3 payments left on mine.
You scared to skip the last one?
I ain't no bitch. What you gonna do? Take me to court? And to all my real ones, just know that I will be having a last payment party. You can inbox me for the details. What up, honey? Raising them to be honorable is a big deal. Honestly, after I shoot you, I don't care what you do with your life. Get it how you live. With that being said, producer, play my lounge clip topic video
Wrong with you?
of the week.
So I ghosted my boyfriend on New Year's Eve, and I have not spoken to him since. Before I get into this, I just want to say that me and my boyfriend, we have been together for a year. Well, almost a year, 11 months. A year on February 2nd, we will have been together. Okay? My boyfriend is also 34, grown man. He also is a homeowner, has a pretty good job, and also has a business that he's starting. So let's start there, right? So recently, obviously, like you all have known, I have become unemployed. And I have not been able to find a job. I have put in like 30 applications a day. I've got nothing, like barely even an interview. I've gone on 2 interviews. So I've been literally struggling, and I no longer have the funds to afford these bills. Okay. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna keep it together for this. I'm not gonna get stressed out. I no longer have the funds to afford these bills. It's something so crazy about having hundreds of thousands of dollars one day and then the next day having nothing. But that's what's going on right now. And so I am vulnerable with my man, and I go, hey, I'm gonna need to like stay with you for a little while I get myself together. Like, I don't have anything on the rent. And so I'm gonna need to move with you while I get myself together. Mind you, I said he has his own house, his own 3-bedroom apartment.
So to give the audience a little bit more context to that video, the young lady said she was dating a guy for about 11 months. She became unemployed. She asked to move into his house, and they had made an agreement that after a year they would be looking at getting engaged if they made it to that point. She's at 11 months. She says, hey, I lost my job. Can I move in with you? And he was like, or not. So she was upset. She said that, I mean, after all the talks we had, if we plan on getting married anyway, I should be able to move in. I mean, you have the space. Ryan, what were your initial thoughts when you saw that?
So I'm glad I actually went back and watched it, because when if you just read what's on the surface, you think the wrong thing. So like, if she genuinely really went through like almost, if she was going to be homeless or was about to be homeless or was homeless, then yeah, he's kind of, I mean, he's not kind of, he is a dick for that. But if she like purposely did this to like test him, then like, yeah, something is wrong with her. I also don't like the idea of like putting a time frame on when someone should be engaged, I think that's absolutely ridiculous. I don't care what the age is.
Yeah, this is definitely
Obviously,
a multi-layered video.
yeah, it's like being within a year, like I don't. First of all, why you think so highly of yourself? Like, relax. And I also, it's not ideal. You've been searching for love. If you 30 years of life, you know what I'm saying? You think you're gonna find it, that, you know what I mean? That says everything you need to say. But as far as her like possibly being homeless and stuff like that, I think if she was really homeless or gonna be homeless, then he's kind of a dick. Because I would, I mean, even if you just didn't want to live with a person. Now, also, hold on the flip side, because I got PTSD from living with people. So if he doesn't want to live with her, that tells me also that he has identified and noticed qualities about her that tells him he does not want to share a living space with her. Um, so, but I would just encourage her to go live with a sibling or her parents or her grandmother or something. Like, I wouldn't say it like 20 millionaires who lived in a car. Like, that's ignorant. That's crazy.
She said she ghosted him because he didn't agree with the situation. But before I get into my
Brent
opinion,
is right.
I want to know what y'all got to say about that. And if y'all think I came here to play with y'all, god damn it, I'm not. So, couple different things. For one, I think that the situation in regard to saying that we should be married in a year, I think is cool to say, but I think personally, I know people that had been married in like 3 to 6 months of dating, which is cool, but that's not for me. I think you really need about a good solid 2 years of knowing a person before you think about marrying them. A woman is never homeless is a great point, because also I also look at people, when I see people that are really fucked up and nobody is willing to help them, regardless of what their sob story is, it's always something wrong with that person character-wise. They've always fucked somebody over. They've always taken advantage of people. Because I can tell you right now, if I lost everything and was out on my ass, I know 5 people that at least 5 that I could call, yo, can I crash here for a little bit until I figure things out? I might not have no money, but wait, Oprah and Stedman not married is wild. But I know, like, I don't got no money. I'm fucked up right now, but let me help you. Like, help me out right now. And when I'm back on my feet, like, I got you. I mean, during the pandemic, I was fucked up. And I was at my homie crib. We was getting wasted every day. And whenever I had unemployment money, yo, I got the bottle this week. But, I mean, I just think that the marriage thing was kind of unrealistic. And I think that the closer they got to that year mark, he was like, appreciate it. I think the closer he got to that year mark, he started seeing stuff that was like, I personally have never lived with somebody. I've always had my own living spaces. Even when I was in the Army, I've shared like a common space, but I've never like actually had to live with somebody and be right there. I had a roommate once. We was scamming the Army. I can say that now. But he talking about me, yo, fuck you, Corey. But I've never really had to share living spaces like that. But I mean, if the man didn't want you in his crib, the man didn't want you in his crib.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that also with you losing everything the way you did, hell yeah, I'm gonna reconsider. If I was thinking about marrying you, yo, I think you got bigger priorities right now than thinking about getting us married. You need to get your shit together first before we even think about getting to that point. But I just thought it was wild that she just expected him to do that. And where's your family at? You don't got no family? You don't got nobody you can hit up? You don't got no friends that's like, yo, you can come over here for a minute. And living with people is a very sensitive situation in nature, because I feel like when people move in, when they're going through some hard times, like, yo, I give you a solid like week, maybe 2 weeks, then we need to talk. Like, what are we doing? Like, if you're gonna be here longer than this period of time, we need to talk about rent. We need to talk about the way these utilities gonna be broken down. Like, what are we doing? Because you can't just stay here for free.
Right.
And I think that a lot of people just like, yo, like I'm moving in, I'm going through a hard time. That's cool. I'll give you a week to think about it. What we doing?
Right.
Now, have you ever had a person come live with you? Not necessarily in the, well, no, you said you lived with somebody before.
Oh yeah, that was somebody I was dating, but I also have had I've lived with like friends and stuff before. Like, well, I had friends live with me, and it never was really a good experience. Like after, after first couple weeks be cool, but then after a while, I mean they might have been paying bills stuff like that, but in my situation, it wasn't I didn't need the money. It was more like they was paying because they was staying, but
Right.
it was never 100% a good experience because again, people live differently. Different people some people are clean, some people aren't. I got children, so like
Oh
if
yeah.
you decide, you know what I'm saying, if it's my brother who doesn't have kids and he's promiscuous, like what there's a certain things that just don't work for me. So it's like
That's always interesting too, because if you staying in my crib, I don't know that I necessarily want you bringing other people in.
right, right, yeah,
She deserves to be by herself. I'm sure he dodged a bullet and don't care about that she blocked him. Yeah, I still want to know what happened to the thousands in the bank she had. Yeah.
mm,
Living with someone, I would feel like a burden. I mean, if you have pride, it does feel like a burden. I mean, you're inconveniencing somebody in some sort of way. Like I had a friend come stay with me while they were going through something, and I thought it was gonna be one night. We was at day 3, and I'm like, yo, dog. So like, what's up with your like your home situation? Because I thought you just needed a day to like clear your head. I'm in a 1 bedroom apartment.
right,
You sleeping on my couch. That's my entertainment space.
right,
And I'm not just gonna be sitting on my couch chilling with you. Ain't no
right,
TV in my room either. So dog, what you doing? But no, I would definitely feel like a burden. Some people don't have pride though.
yeah,
But another thing that jumped out to me with this young lady is her sense of entitlement.
mm-hmm,
Like you supposed to do this for me.
mm-hmm.
I mean, we together, but
I don't
I
owe
had
you
a,
nothing.
I had a situation with somebody I was dating, and she was living in Philly, and she was going to be commuting back and forth. And I had offered initially, like, hey, on the days you tell her you don't got to run back to Philly, you can stay here. Then I thought about it. I was like, I mean, you can spend a night here or there, but I don't think I want you just staying here 3 days out the week because we damn near living together, and we ain't to that point yet.
Right,
And I could understand if that was his logic in the situation as well, because we not really to that point. I mean, we've been dealing with each other for a while, but we're not to that point. You get
right,
over here, 1 month turns into 6, or you get here and your shit not together. You my girl, I'm gonna feel kind of bad kicking you the fuck out. And then where
right,
do our relationship go from there?
exactly.
Yeah, I just thought this was a wild situation. Homegirl was on a rant for like 5 minutes. She was upset. Now, another
She
thing that
was.
jumped out to me is where are you at recording this young lady? Because that don't look like a hotel to me. Looks like my crib. It seemed like you was testing them. And ladies, I'm gonna tell you, don't make fake scenarios. If that's what she was doing, don't make fake scenarios because it's a toxic trick for y'all too. Because I notice a lot of ladies do this. When you do stuff like that to see how he's going to react in this situation, you're creating a false narrative. And when it don't come out the way that you think it should, you won't be sitting there looking like a jackass or start an argument over something that wasn't a situation in the first place.
Stinking bitch.
Damn, I thought that I mean, y'all in the comments, but I thought one of y'all would come up here and want to argue about this. Y'all scared. But I thought that was a dope video to converse about. But producer, let's jump into that spotlight. Ron, a safe space for men is. Oh
Oh
shit,
shit.
we got one. What
What up,
up,
bro?
niece?
Damn, I'm late.
No, you good, you good. You good.
Yeah, I know I had a lot to say about Shorty with the shit. She done pissed me off. I said,
Let
hold
you
on, let me tap
know.
in real quick because that shit pissed me off really bad. Like it
So
was a lot going wrong with it.
what was your first thought when you saw it?
I was irritated. I felt like I don't know. I feel like I said a lot in my comments, but like I feel like she, felt entitled. Like I feel like she set that up. She said in the video, you go from having thousands of dollars to the next day having nothing. How did that happen? Like, I'm the type of person where when somebody's telling me a story, I need the backstory. How the hell you go from thousands of dollars living in your own shit to having nothing and you just I don't know. I felt like why did you just assume that because y'all had talked about at 1 year we might talk about getting married, why did you assume that that was your end to that man's crib? Like, all right, well, we had 11 months, we right there on the brink, let me just slide that in there. I don't like that. I feel like she thought he was one of them niggas that she was going to pressure into saying yeah because he didn't want to lose her, but he seen whatever he seen, which was that he valued himself enough to be like, I don't know about that. I ain't trying to do that right now. And I respect that. Like, I don't know.
I mean,
You can't
I
just
think
move in with me.
it would have been disingenuous if he would have went against his own notion and allow her in.
But I think
Just
men do. I think women at times will guilt trip a man into feeling like he has to do that. Like, we've been together 11 months and you see me fucked up. You need the help. It's men are wired to want to protect the person that they care about. So
right.
you can easily manipulate a lesser man into like, oh damn, she fucked up. Let me go try to get her situation together. Let me let her move in here. And then before you know it, 6, 7, 8 months go by and he's stuck with this woman he don't even like at this point.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
people don't know how to leave.
Shout out to Ryan and shout out to my bro J King once again. Brotherly love, sisterly advice. Ryan made a comment that men are always expected to come into a situation with they shit together. But he was like, yo, women can be bums too.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And
That
I
was
think
bum. What she just did, that was bum behavior. Because
definitely.
again,
It's just
why you didn't have you come from thousands, you talked us thousands of dollars. That was an immediate red flag for me because you don't have saving habits. Like, what did you spend that money on? How did it get to a point where it seems like she was in her own place? Why do you now have nowhere to go? And again, that's another red flag. Like, where's your mom, your sister, your grandma? Like, where are your friends at? You don't have nobody you can call that can help you out but this man.
Yeah, I'm always wary of women that either don't have friends or their best friend changes a lot. What are you
Right.
doing that your best friend is always changing? There's not
right.
one person that they like every time I see you, I expect to see them, or anytime you out, that person is always going to be around. When women
Mm-hmm.
change best friends like quarterly, it's like, yo, what you got going on that these people just stop fucking with you like that? And there's always a crazy backstory.
Mm-hmm.
But in the comments, we got more women bums than men. Yikes.
I mean, I ain't even gonna say I disagree. I think women have this like needy nature about them. Like, we feel like men are supposed to be protected. And I feel like I'm always the exception because it's like I got my own house. I don't want nobody over here. I don't need nobody over here. Like, I'm gonna handle all my bills by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's not every woman. You
Right.
meet these women who feel like a man's supposed to pay all the bills. And
Mm-hmm.
I seen in the comments somebody said like, oh, women think it's just cook and clean and that's it. Like, no, sis, like that ain't beat. Like, that's not that they don't speak for the majority.
Right.
So
And I feel
And
like a
then
lot.
while you out here fucked up, what you like you staying here, you obviously can't contribute financially because you out on your ass now. What are you contributing while you here? And what are
Yeah.
you doing to better your
but what are you
situation?
doing to be able to get out of my house? Like, that be my thing. What are you doing to get out? Like, because this is not I don't have people stay with me for this reason, but like my crib would never be the end all be all. Like, I work too hard to get my shit for you to just feel like you gonna come in here and just be here in my shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. So it's like you can't just sit in here and just be chilling. I can't go to work every day and come home and you just sitting in here My house not clean. It's nothing took out so that I can cook dinner. Like, what are we doing here? What's the plan? Because at this point, you're not contributing to my household, but you're making more work for me, or you're making it harder on me than it would be if I was in here by myself.
You know what? I actually dated somebody and she was unemployed. She explained her situation. And at first it was like, oh, all right, whatever. It didn't seem like that deep once we started getting there. But I remember she would come stay for a couple days and I would go to work and come home and be like, yo, what the fuck did you do all day? You're not from here, so I know you wasn't like doing anything productive. Like, were you filling out apps or shit like that? Like, I just remember being disgusted when I would come through my door and see her. And she'd be like, hey. And I'm like,
but that's what I'm talking about. That's the situation Bull was about to find herself in. He was going to let that girl move. She thought he was going to let her move in. And a couple months down the line, he was going to hate coming to his own crib. He was going to hate going home.
The crazy part for me, the crazy part for me is, all right, you move in, you're not working, you expect us to get married at a year. So you was just going to coast until you thought we was going to get engaged. Suppose you come in and this ain't it no more. Like, now we in a weird situation because legally, if you're there for a certain amount of time, you can't just kick a person out, which gets real hairy.
Yeah, I mean, women do be knowing the games to play. Like, again, that the once it hit 30 days, they do be knowing, like, I don't have to go nowhere.
My thing is, like, why people not coming into these situations just as high functioning adults as is? You know, like the same way, like when chicks is like, oh, they gotta have this and that. Like, like nowadays, the same way you got women that like are the breadwinners is the same way you got niggas that's domesticated. You know what I'm saying? So like when the shit you thought you could do to like to lounge and sit around, no, I can cook probably better than you. I can wash clothes probably better than you. I know how to keep a house clean probably better than you. So like the things that you could like lean on and say, oh, this is what I'm bringing to the table, it was already here. So like now I got the money and I do everything else. So like you don't have nothing, you don't have no leverage, you know what I'm saying, to be like, this is why I'm here. Like, no, you got to get up and be productive. Like sometimes I really, like, I'll tell you, I genuinely don't really care about what a person does for a living. I just hope that they're doing something legally, you know, that makes sense for them and that they enjoy. I want
whoa, don't shame the scammers.
Hey,
but
yo,
I buy like stolen goods.
Oh, I don't. But yeah, like, man, just getting up and doing something. Nobody wants a person just laying around unless like that is like, unless you got like a business and you're able to do that. But even then, I still think you want to just get up and be active. So I can totally feel you when you say you got home. You just like, what did you do all day? Like, you motherfucker got the same socks on as last night. And you like, what?
Did you even shower?
He was laying on the couch with this little blanket on. I'm like, yo, you was sitting in that spot when I left for work with the. So you just sat here and watched Love and Hip Hop all day?
Oh, Love and Hip Hop. Yeah,
not even watching nothing that's going to help you like improve yourself. You just chilling, watching Ratchet TV all fucking day, and eating all the food.
Yeah,
but
she had to go
immediately. You had one time for me to walk in here, and you got on the same shit you had on. I left.
Had to go.
You got to get out. I'm sorry.
And then I think
I'd have pulled the fire alarm.
I made her feel like shit, and like she should do better with her life because one day she came here, and I was like, all right, I mean, that's cool. Take the train down, and you could go. I'll drive back to Philly with you because I'm driving back to Philly this weekend anyway. So in the midst of this week, after we had made these plans, it was a Monday when we made the plans. I got fired on a Tuesday. She came down on a Wednesday, so she was like, what you gonna do? What you mean with what I'm going to do? I got fired on Tuesday. I kind of smelled the smoke. I've been applying for jobs since last Friday. I had 4 interviews today. I was like, it's Wednesday. I'll have another job before this week is over. Friday came. I had 2 job offers. And I was like, all right, well, this one job told me that they wanted to come back and offer me less than what we initially had agreed to. I was like, nope, not taking that job. Called the other job. All right, I'll take the position. All right, we'll have the paperwork for you on Monday. She was like, damn, you wasn't even without a job for a week. I was like, yeah, not even long enough to file for unemployment. And you've been out of how long?
Yeah, but like that's some people don't have that motivation. Everybody don't have that hustle, and it's sad because like
And
what
you're looking for
what
somebody to take care of her.
yeah, but how did you get like that? How did
Yeah.
you get this mentality that as a grown, fully functioning adult, how did you get to this point where you feel like the world is here to take care of you? Like
I
you don't
blame
have
the
to go, like you don't have to get up and go get it. Like the rest of us do.
I blame the parents and the dudes before me that was just taking care of her.
It's nice to do nice things for women. Like, it's nice to do reciprocated nice things for people. But I think some of these people, like, some of these standards just be ridiculous. Like, a lot
Yeah,
of this shit just be blowing my mind. Like, what? How did you think that was cool? Like,
that
Yeah.
that engagement shit. I was just talking to somebody recently. I talked to you offline all the way by the end, but yeah, this girl I was talking to, and she was like, same thing. Like, yeah, after a year of us being serious, I expect, there to be a ring on my finger, and I was just
wow.
and I'm just, and that's just her method, and I was just like, and I'm 38, and she's older than me, so in my mind, I'm like, well, in all your 40 some odd years, this ain't worked, right? You know what I mean? How do you try to like put a timeline on when someone should like fall in love and decide they want to be with you the rest of their life? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's ridiculous. But again, got these weird
PSA,
ways of
also, PSA women, don't come into a situation telling somebody exactly how long you expect for.
yeah,
Like, I
like
can understand, like, hey, I'm not going to be dealing with you for 5 years and it's not
right.
going there.
That's fair.
But to come
That's
into a
fair.
situation and say, like, hey, I expect to be married in X amount of time is unrealistic. I tell people when we first start dating, we go past the like couple dates where this could go somewhere. I tell them, well, early on, I tell them, I just want to see where this go. We could
Yeah,
be, it could be a situation where we end up just actually being cool because we don't work out. We could end up just fucking. We could end up in a relationship. I'm not going to put expectations on it. I'm going to go with the
yeah.
flow until we see where we at.
Because when you set a bar, then if you don't get to that point, then you feel like, disappointed, like, you underachieved. And I think that's stupid. But yeah, a
Yeah.
I
lot of
just
women
think
got
it's
a
a
weird
lot
way
of
of thinking.
pressure
Yeah,
to put
even when
on
you can,
somebody.
I'm like, it was another thing she said. She came to this, she's like, and like, so I like the 50-50 conversation is always a topic. So, and I was raised by women, so I get the idea of like, a woman coming home to her husband and stuff like that, and he takes care of everything. That's cute and all, but it's 2025. Again, bread is $7 a loaf. Like, let's be extremely realistic, and let's be high earnest. There's no reason to even be thinking and talking like that. Our job is to take care of the household. It ain't
Right.
a percentage or anything like that. Our job as a couple and as a married couple is to take care of the household. That is the job of the two people.
Right.
And if there's
It's a
kids, like,
partnership.
right, it's a partnership. People don't understand that. And she was like, well, yeah, if I ever get married, I'm not going 50-50 with no nigga. If our mortgage is 2,500, I'll probably give you 700. And I was just like, that sounds ridiculous. So that means you're willing to have your husband work overtime or extra or another job and take time away from y'all. And what are you doing with your money? Like, it just sometimes you gotta let people talk. It tell you everything you need to know about them, man.
For
Like,
sure.
that's why I really enjoy dating, man. Like, dating without speaking with people. Like, they tell you like, you meet a person and they be gorgeous, and after 3 weeks of conversation, you be like, this bitch is ugly. Like, it
And
just
my,
Mm-hmm.
and
Because you
my
get to see
them
how
early
people
conversations,
are.
I'm deep
yeah.
down. I want to know what happened with your last relationship. And I look in this when they talk about their last relationship, I look to see where, like, it might not have been your fault while the relationship ended, but there was
Right.
always something that you did in that relationship
Yeah.
Or
you could have
something
did
that you
better.
could have
Absolutely.
done better.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Something that you realize, yeah, maybe everything wasn't my fault, but maybe I could have been better in this area. Like, them
Right.
people who can't take no accountability, you already know you're never going to get far with them because they feel like they don't do no wrong.
for sure.
They're the victim.
But I appreciate you coming through, niece. I need to end. We need to talk because I definitely want to have you co-host the episode with me when you're ready.
I got you. My
All
bonnet on
right.
right now. That's why my camera off. But
No, I got you. I
She
got
said,
you. All
what?
right. Wait, what did she say?
What
I
did you
said my
say?
bonnet on. That's why my camera off.
Oh,
Oh, I
What
thought
did
I
y'all
heard
think
something
I
else as well.
said?
we didn't
No,
know. That's why we had to fact check it. But ain't nothing wrong with a bonnet. I'm gonna get on next week with a bonnet.
My bonnet.
Ron, please. You
I'm gonna
know
get on
what,
next week
Ron?
with a. I'm gonna get on next week with
But
a
all right,
bonnet.
All right,
appreciate you
bonnet
coming
gang
through,
next
niece.
week.
Thank you for checking out.
Peace and
Of
love.
course.
Thank you for tuning in.
Of course. See y'all.
All right, have a good one. Now, I didn't want to say this with her on the camera, but women be wanting to be like traditional. Oh, the man work and I stay in the house. Yo, let's be traditional. Let me be like your grandfather. Let me come home when I want and have another family up the street. They don't want to talk
And beat the living shit out of you.
what you say.
And come home drunk and beat the dog shit out of you.
Oh, I don't endorse that.
I'm just saying. like they don't be understanding. They be thinking like they don't be knowing like the stuff that their grandmothers went through and all that, or just be going over their head. Like I talked to my grandmother. I know everything she went
my
through.
grandmother has told me some wild ass stories
Yeah.
about my grandfather.
Yeah.
I mean, when my grandmother, she used to ramble and people used to be like, I used to sit there and I would just listen for key things. And I just remember one of the wildest things. I don't think it's too bad. I could tell this story. I remember my grandmother said once, my grandfather, she was like, hey, let me get $5 for cigarettes. And he was like, now what she didn't tell me was what took place before that, because he sounded annoyed with her. So she said, he walked past her, threw this little $5 and was like, get your cigarettes, and left. She said, I sat there and I ripped it up into tiny little pieces and put it in a pile. And I said, wait till he get home. So my grandfather come home. She said she picked the money up and she threw it at him. Don't you ever throw no money at me. I don't need your money. She said my grandfather looked at it and said my other baby mom would have took it. I said, imagine her waiting all day for that moment, and my grandfather was like, y'all think I say some wild shit out my mouth?
He had one in the chamber.
Yo, on the man. But no, Ryan, I want to say I'm glad that your show is back. Like I tell
Appreciate
people
you,
all the
brother.
time, your podcast is one of my favorite. I always make sure I check in. But I remember the last time you were on a pod, you had mentioned that you were having issues with your daughter's school. And check Ron's last episode of A Safe Space for Men, because I did not expect him to do that on camera. He showed me the letter and I was like, damn, that was really professional. Ron went into a deep dive of the situations that led up to this meeting, how the meeting went. And Ryan, next week, that video is going to be my funny video of the week. I was so mad that Joe made that clip. Shout out to Jay King. I'm so mad that Ryan made that clip before after I had already submitted all my content for the week, because the video was funny. Needless to say, Ron was in this meeting and the CEO of the school was like, you remind me of my brother. And Ron basically said, now he's saying it like he said this in his head. I think Ron said this shit out loud. Ron said that she sat there and went on about her brother and how they had similarities. And Ron was like, yo, we're not here to talk about me and your brother's similarities. We're here to talk about my child. I don't care about fuck you and your brother. I was like, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you that clip is hilarious, my homie made this clip for Ron last night, and when I tell you, I've easily watched this at least 10 times. This shit is hilarious. But Ron, well, no, actually, we got an episode this Saturday we're gonna be doing. Now,
Yeah.
I fucked up twice, but I'm definitely gonna be there.
Yeah.
This weekend. I can admit one. Listen, Ryan, I was sleeping 24 hours. I don't know what happened. I woke up to Aunt, where you at? I said, damn. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Guess we're not doing a pod today, huh? But no, me and Ryan.
We FaceTime Corey. You was stretched on a couch, face down on a pillow. It was bad.
I was dead. But we got a great episode coming soon with me, Ryan, and my guy Jay King. But just give the people a quick synopsis of what your last episode was about.
Last episode I covered things that was going on in school for my daughter with Jordan, all the issues, and then the issues, ongoing stuff with her mother. Um, then what else I was talking about? I visited my dad, New Year's recap, Christmas recap. But yeah, the biggest portion of it was the things going on, the co-parenting part of it. Well, it's not really co-parenting, but that and the stuff that's going on with my daughter. Yeah, it's a lot going on. I tell you, this year has already just been ridiculous. Like this week we talked already. It's been ridiculous. Like I don't know what people trying to make 2025 their last year. People need to leave me alone, man. Like it's getting
Yo,
crazy.
2025 is coming in hot.
Yeah, like
I
what
think
the fuck is going on?
the year ended like with a lot of weird stuff happening, and then it just
Yeah,
came hot. I'm like, damn,
yeah,
is this how the year going? I'm here
yeah.
for the
Like
bullshit.
this
I'm
what we
sorry.
doing? This what we doing? Like
But no, Ron, definitely can't wait to record this episode this Saturday. Ron, any last
sure.
words to the people?
Nothing, man. Just take everything one day at a time. I know it's probably rough for everybody right now. I know it's chaotic as fuck right now. So just one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 minute at a time. Um, if and yeah, I ain't gonna say don't let nobody get under your skin because I feel like if anybody trying you, they deserve everything you give them.
I endorse violence.
Absolute. Punch on them.
One of my good sisters, JoJo. Where are you at, JoJo? You should have been up here today. But JoJo made a post earlier. It was on her story, and it said, "Take life one ghetto day at a time." And I swear
No,
that
for
resonated.
real. Seriously.
But good people, thank y'all for coming back this evening. We back in the mix of things. I will see y'all here next week. Like I like to end shows, live every day like it's your last, but make sure you are prepared for tomorrow. God bless and good night.